It is a lovely morning here in the city of Toronto. Caryn, Frankie, and Sid here with you. Welcome back to Breakfast Television. Good to see you. As Caryn's been telling you about all morning, the viral video everyone's kind of talking about today, and there's always the one, is rather interesting. Police are investigating a video showing a Toronto officer basically flipping off a civilian, and it's caught on camera. The civilian confronted police because allegedly they were parked illegally grabbing a coffee. The police say they work 11-hour days, and they're justified in doing it. For those just saying hello to us this morning, tuning into the show, who haven't seen the video, here it is.
Allowed to park in loading zone, no parking while everybody else gets screwed in tickets? What's that? You don't know. So if I park there, how much would my ticket be?
I get where you're coming from. At the end of the day, like, we work 11
So,
hours.
don't cops explain to me doing this, okay? It looks really bad. You're brand new. You're brand new. You're right out of the college, so I want to hear from you, okay?
We're doing our job, bro.
Yeah, I'm not your bro. I'm not your bro. It's a green light. You guys just missed the whole light cycle.
Okay, so that's how it played out. Toronto police say they can't comment yet on specifics, but they acknowledge the officer's behavior was, quote, inappropriate. There's a couple of ways we can go here, Frankie. Where do you want to start?
First off, if somebody comes with a camera, even the first term that he used there, where he was looking about how much am I going to get a ticket for, and it came in, even his tone, wasn't a tone of just questioning and asking. It was a tone of aggression that he came right after them. The Toronto police right now, today, see so much on the streets and have so much disrespect in many ways. And, on the other side, people will say that they haven't really created a good reputation for themselves. That looked like somebody, for me, just trying to get a viral video. And even us showing it and giving it grace today is giving that man the attention that he was looking and seeking to get. And I'm somebody that really is not for that. I know the response from the officer is not the right response. But, the same thing with my son or myself, even in that circumstance where that person is coming at me, yelling at me, and then also saying, hey, you're not even going through a green light right now, because the attention he's taking away from them. It was somebody out there trying to be viral, and to me, I grew up in a time when you respected the police. I grew up in a time where you respected authority because they helped you, not harmed you. And they were in a loading zone getting a coffee. Okay? If they go out tomorrow and help you with that person robbing your home, and they had a little bit more energy because they got a coffee yesterday, thank you.
Well, if that guy gets jumped down the street, he's going to need those officers. Let's tell it like it is. Like, all of a sudden, you may need them, and it's a valid point. Where do you want to take this, Caryn?
Well, I guess the larger context behind this story is just last week, the City of Toronto raised parking fines for offences such as that. Of course, Toronto police have not said how much a ticket would cost a civilian if they parked that way. This is just added context. I don't feel any which way about it. Basically, Toronto police, the City of Toronto raised the fines for nearly all parking offences. Toronto Police Association say that their officers were baited and provoked, and Toronto Police Service says the officers' reaction was inappropriate, and they're investigating the circumstances that led up to it.
One more thing I would like to add, though, too, is if that parking spot put them a little bit closer to their car and they had to respond to a call, then I support them on that.
Especially if it's your call.
Yeah,
especially if it's your call. Look, nowadays, everyone feels entitled with the phone. It's getting more and more aggressive with each passing day for a variety of issues. I do draw a line at, I have a phone, so I demand you answer my questions. They're not publicly elected officials.
And they're saying, you're new,
They're not.
You're new.
They work for people. They don't work for you necessarily, but they work for people. So I have a phone, you have to answer my question now thing is grating on my last nerves, and it's increasing by the day. So yes, people just want to go viral for a wide variety of reasons, but careful who you stick your phone in front of, because you might not get it back, and something else might happen. With that said, that's social media 101. If someone sticks a phone in your face like that, to engage them is not smart. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a politician. I don't care if you're an officer in uniform. Any interaction that you give this person is exactly what they're craving and what they feed off of. So that was just a really poor decision to even interact in that conversation. Get in the cruiser, go. You have no worries for the rest of the day.
So I think
None.
that I will debate that to say that I think that it's easy to say, but if you're at 11-hour shift, you're at the end of your shift, you're tired, you don't know the context of what calls they just came from, where they're at their wits' end, and at that moment this person comes at you. As human beings, sometimes you want to stand up for yourself. It's sometimes hard. It's the right thing to do is to get in the car and go away.
Is it that hard, Frankie?
No,
I know what you're saying,
but I understand where they're coming from.
I don't.
I understand where they're coming from.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could say that. I don't. Like to me, if I'm at the end of that kind of shift and I'm that tired, but see ya. I'm in the cruiser and I'm gone and I'm drinking my coffee. I'm not engaging in any way. But that's just me. Clearly, other people are different. Let us know. feedback@breakfasttelevision.ca. That's the thing people are talking about today. So are we.
Put your phone down.
Yes. What he said.